5-3 loss to Slovakia, followed by an eye-popping 5-0 win over Sweden. And for some members of Team Russia, it is about the present. For Alexander Ovechkin, it is about the Olympics past and heritage.
Alexander Ovechkin, welcome on board!
And the 20-year-old Washington Capitals rookie has taken the NHL by storm. Ovechkin has taken his sensational play to Torino, where, as he does for the Washington Caps, he wears number 8 for Team Russia. He does so in honor of his mother, Tatiana, who won 2 Olympic gold medals with the Soviet Union basketball team. And 2 games into his Olympic career, Ovechkin has not disappointed.
Rebound score! Ovechkin!
Ovechkin leads all NHL rookies with 36 goals and 69 points, and he is truly a treat to watch. Guys that are a treat to listen to will be calling the game.
Team, it was a couple of guys, Shashinsky and then Karatanov, number 21, who has played in the NHL earlier in his career. And it's Karatanov, Peter, on this wraparound that makes it 1-0 for Russia.
And what happened to the Kazakhstan team in the last 5 minutes? They started to cough the puck up. You have to wonder, are they getting a little tired of working so hard to get the puck back? Twice they had it in their own zone. They coughed it up, and they did not allow themselves to get easily out of the zone, the thing they were doing over the course of the first 30 minutes of this game.
Karatanov was originally a draft pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning back in 2000 and played a few games through the 01-02 season. But the last 3 years has been playing in the Russian Elite League. And we'll see if that changes the demeanor of either one or both of these squads, Peter.
And Karatanov and Shashinsky are both smaller guys. And with the new rules in the league, neither one of them are old, 31 and 29. You wonder if somebody's going to see them playing over here and say, hey, you know what? With these new rules and that kind of skill, let's get these guys back in the NHL.
Antropov plays it back now inside the Russian zone. Nesky plays it ahead. Korolyuk just did get his head up as he came across the line. Still controlled. Korolyuk dumps it to the front of the net. Frolov had it poked off his stick by Yeremayev. Yeremayev is a very common goal. Viktor Kozlov, so big and strong, has the puck though knocked to get there to knock the puck away. As Kazakhstan almost got a huge break. Here's Evgeny Malkin, hands it off. Gets it right back. Oh, what a move by Malkin. A shot and a save by Yeremayev, and we've got another penalty coming. What a move, though, by Malkin to get himself free.
Well, if anybody's going to come to you and I, Dave, and ask, what did we think of the kid Malkin, it's not going to be too hard. I mean, we have now seen every single thing that you would want in a player. We've seen toughness. We've seen him move the puck. We've seen him kill penalties. We've seen him back check. I mean, there aren't many more things you can do. Sharp
Olympics, what's been the biggest difference you've seen in the first couple of games?
Well, you see, it's big guys and more space to do something. So probably in the NHL, more compact game is here, like biggest game. So probably right now we feel more comfortable, and right now.
Your club talked about being a little tired the first couple of games. You feel like you got your legs now, you're ready for the rest of this tournament?
I feel excellent, and you know, I feel like it was like the start season, and I feel pretty good right now.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck the rest of this game.
Thank you.
That's Alexander Ovechkin of Team Russia. Bill Clement along with Ray Ferraro in our studios. So the Kazakhstanis have played a low-scoring game, which they wanted to do. So the third period might just come down to, can the skill overcome the will?
Well, you can have so much will, you have to get the puck back at some point, and the Russians really in the second period dominated the period. They've now outshot Kazakhstan 38-17, and there was some terrific example of Russian skill in this period. This is in the first period where Evgeny Nabokov makes a save on the breakaway that kept the game scoreless. It was a physical game throughout. The Russians really started to impose their style of play in the second period. They moved the puck up the ice. We saw Alexei Kovalev move the puck with skill. We saw Ovechkin and Evgeny Malkin at various times start to maneuver through the play. You're going to see a great example of it here. Shushinsky with the puck. He gets the puck behind the net to Alexander Kavartinov. Kavartinov takes it off his skate, rolls around the back of the net, and scores the game's only goal. Look at Alex Kovalev drop it through his feet. Hey, how you doing? See you later. And just to show his magicianship here with the puck. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I'll give it back to you. Everybody else, we can continue the game as we move forward. The youngest player in the tournament is Evgeny Malkin. Look at this move here. Through the Kazakhstani defender's legs. He goes in on goal, and Vitaly Yeremayev has had a terrific game in goal for Kazakhstan as well.
They're not moving well when they don't have the puck. There's a lot of standing, waiting for the puck to come to them.
Out right in front, Yashin has stopped Yeremayev's best stop perhaps of this game, and he's made several dandies. Yashin looked like he was trying to go high on the stick side, and Yeremayev made the adjustment. Safronov plays it ahead now into the Russian zone. Team Russia comes back now. Ovechkin gets the return pass, top of the circle. Ovechkin snaps it, missed wide on the glove side. Now Yashin controls. Hands it off to Ovechkin. Ovechkin. Now to Volchenkov. That shot deflected wide. We're 5 skaters aside, and Kazakhstan would like to keep it this way for a while. Now Judarev dumps it along in behind the Russian goal line. It's played up the board by Volchenkov. Out to center ice, driven right back in by Kolodyaev. As Kazakhstan will take the opportunity to make a change. Here comes Evgeny Malkin. He's been Russia's best player. Tries to send it in front. It's poked away by Yeremayev. Used the goal stick smartly there. Kolodyaev wraps it around the board. Sergei Gonchar for Russia center ice.
And as much as we're talking about this being a moral victory, it's a close game, it's still the fact is that Russia's ahead by 1. And for Kazakhstan, they're going to have to get something going offensively.
Malkin a steal, sends it back near the line. Here's Kasparaitis with it. Kasparaitis looking back to the front of the net. Deflected off the stick of Shemelin of Kazakhstan. His goaltender Yeremayev able to make the stop. Alexandrov now. Pull his cheek. Could not control. Malkin wraps it around. Antipin on the far side. Able to keep it in for Kazakhstan. Kolashev now in front. Polish cheek able to get a stick on it, but it went in wide of the Russian goal. Another big hit that time by Alexandrov as Kazakhstan trying to keep the physical play on against this talented Russian team. But it takes as much energy, Peter, to deliver it as it does sometimes to absorb it. And this puck played back the other way is going to be icing. It is early in the third, still 1-0 Russia. Work down. We haven't gotten the official word, but that is the spot that Ovechkin has taken for his second shift, if you will.
And you have to almost think that a game that's this physical, there is somebody is going to come out of this game nicked up because there are so many big hits. And again, now we're talking about that idea of 5 games in 7 days and all of that, the physical demands of the way these games are played, the emotions of how these games are played.
Here's Kovalchuk, snaps the shot. Yeremayev able to make the stop. And as Ray Ferraro pointed out also in the intermission, looking at this this Group B with Latvia and the USA tying that one game, as we take a look at Kovalev working his magic and setting this up for Kovalchuk's shot, it kind of throws things into a little bit of a different look because you have only Kazakhstan coming into this third day with no points. Nobody's assured of anything.
I do think, though, when you look at it, 5 points get you in. If you get to 5 points, you will make it to the next round.
Here was Safronov, puts it out in front. Volchenkov blocked it, but not out of the zone. A backhand shot sails in wide. Telyakov tried to get it to the front. It was blocked by Fedor-Tut. Safronov behind the net. And Yashin is going to get a penalty here. And the referee is indicating stick between the legs. That's something that we couldn't see. Certainly from the upper body part of what Yashin did, it looked to be quite legal. But credit to that man right there for keeping the feet moving. Shafronov. We see the stick through the legs. Well, right there. That's the trip.
And now they go on the power play. The one thing that we haven't talked about is the fact that Nabokov has yet to be scored on in this tournament. This is where Welland is. Now we're in the 6th period of play without allowing a goal.
Well, he shut out a very talented Swedish team. You wouldn't look at this with the same backhand shot here. up over top of the net. You wouldn't look at this against this Kazakhstan team maybe with as much positive as you do the shutout over Sweden. But nonetheless, Nabokov has not given up a goal. Now Malkin drops it back. And Sergei Gonchar sends it all the way back down the ice. Yeremayev controlling there. Lays it off the boards. Tereshkov. Vasilchenkov, number 2, hands it off. Tereshkov kicks it ahead to his stick. Krashinsky broke it up. Wisniewski able to backhand it all the way down the ice, halfway through the Yashin penalty.
Aside from Malkin, Krashinsky has maybe been the next best forward for this Soviet club, not the guy that you would have expected.
Tereshkov 17, hands it off. Here's Chemelin into the zone with a shot, and that didn't get through. Antipov, and that's in the glove of Nabokov. Evgeny Nabokov.
If there was one area that was a question mark for this Russian club coming in, it was in goal. Nabokov 14, 15, and 6 this year with San Jose. Brizgalov played in the first game against Slovakia and was simply out-goaltended by Colorado's Peter Budak.
As you saw, stopping all 44 shots he has faced so far in the tournament, Evgeny Nabokov. Now it comes back to the line. Chemelin with it. Doubles it off. 25 seconds left in this Kazakhstan power play. Trying to tie up this preliminary round game at 1. Antipov forced back by Zukov. Antipov again back at the line. Chemelin, a shot missed the net wide. And Vasilchenkov will hold it in now for Kazakhstan. Antipov had it taken away by Wisniewski. Around the boards on the far side. Vasilchenkov now goes to Chemelin. Chemelin pass is intercepted. And the short-handed Russians, Wisniewski decides to hand it off. Koryuk had it poked off his stick. So 8 minutes into this third period, still 1-0.
You know what's really interesting, Dave? These benches are the longest benches I've ever seen. And the defensemen are able to change 2/3 of the way back in their own zone. Usually it's right by the blue line is as deep as you can change. But you see they're all the way back, which really helps when you're killing a penalty.
Here comes Kovalchuk. It has it knocked off his stick, and it's cleared up to center ice. Polishchik on the rush for Kazakhstan. Tried to drop it back there for Alexandrov, and it didn't work out for him as Krashinsky keeps it in for Kazakhstan. Now the Russians able to clear it as it's played ahead for Kovalev. Kovalev sends it across in front off a skate of Kovalchuk, number 71. Now Datsuk, he had Kovalchuk there when the pass was deflected away as it was Kovalenko, number 12, Oleg Kovalenko, that made the excellent read defensively for Kazakhstan.
And there it was right there.